Joining us now is Lakshmi Ganesan, Product Manager for Supplies Management Solutions. During this presentation, she is from Signant Health. During this presentation, Beyond Protocol Specific RTSM, Optimizing Clinical Operations at Portfolio Scale, Lakshmi will explore how organizations can transform from managing dozens of siloed protocol-specific RTSM implementations to achieving unified portfolio-level clinical operations through standardized identity management, study-agnostic data access, and consistent processes across trials. Welcome, Lakshmi.
Thank you so much, Perry, for the intro, and hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. I'm Lakshmi from Signant's RTSM product team, with almost 8 years at Signant and 15 plus years in technology. My expertise is in platform enablement for clinical supply chain solutions. It's such a privilege to be part of this session, sharing space with industry experts. So first, let me just start with a reality check. One of our site coordinators recently told me that she spends more time managing passwords than talking to patients. Does it sound similar to a lot of you? I'm sure it is. In the next 15 minutes, let's explore how Signant RTSM can help transform your clinical operations at scale. And I'll also share Signant's approach to helping sponsors achieve this transformation. Our agenda today covers Signant's proven RTSM foundation, the operational challenges sponsors face today, and how these challenges are being solved across entire portfolios. And of course, we'll save some time for Q&A at the end to address any specific questions you'd like to discuss. So let's get started. Let's start with our foundation. Our solution successfully managed 732,000 patients across 2,400 trials. That's the depth of experience we bring to your studies. And our platform operates in 90 plus countries with 107,000 sites already trained, meaning there is a faster startup with an existing infrastructure. You don't have to do it from scratch if it's already there. Most importantly, we have contributed to 25% of novel drug approvals between 2021 to 2024. So our platform doesn't just manage trials, it basically helps deliver breakthrough therapies to the patients. So let's talk about operational fragmentation. So these are industry-wide challenges that we are uniquely positioned to solve. The first one is access management overhead. So sites manage multiple credentials across different studies and systems. So passwords are stored in Excel sheets, sticky notes, because users have way too many logins to remember. It's also a security risk. And sites report credential management as their primary operational burden. So I remember one coordinator told us she maintains 25 different login combinations stored in an Excel sheet that she has to use on an weekly basis to access all the systems. So, and if you see, this is just for one user, and if you compound this across the number of sites and studies, you'll notice the impact this takes on the overall productivity. So there's definitely a necessity for a unified login. And next is very limited real-time data visibility. Clinical operations team make critical decisions, but sometimes they don't have real data. By the time you see an enrollment lag or a supply chain shortage, you're already behind because you don't have the real-time data. I think in this era, real-time data is not a luxury. It's like a day-to-day necessity for clinical operations. And then there is manual process which compound to these problems, and every study recreates the same flows, which actually has high error rates and also may involve costly rework cycles as well. And then we have training process duplication, and study teams struggle to manage training compliance across different systems. So the result is there is regulatory risks, and the study startup just gets delayed. And sites are frustrated because users must complete the same training multiple times because there's no communication between the systems. So these are the operational fragmentation challenges that I would like to highlight. On the next slide, I would like to cover Signant's approach to addressing this. And it basically transforms the operations beyond standard RTSM capability. So we introduced unified identity management. What this means is there is a single login for each user across all studies and solutions within Signant ecosystem. And there is also an option for site and sponsor users to just use their company credentials to access our applications. And last but not the least, there's just one password that the user needs to remember. So no more sticky notes and credential management fatigue just goes away from the sites. And this is definitely industry leading as well. And next is intelligent training management. The system provides role-based automated compliance tracking. So when someone joins a study, the system automatically knows what training they need based on their roles, and it also tracks the completion of it. So we offer 3 layers of training efficiency: system level training done once if needed, or protocol specific training if that's required, or if there is just no training needed, the user can just start right away. So no more spreadsheets, no more email follow-ups. So it's the compliance excellence is just built in within the platform. And I would say this is quite unique in the RTSM space. And then we have study agnostic real-time data integration. So we offer APIs that seamlessly integrate with existing systems. So sponsors have access to their own data through these APIs. It's real-time data access up to the click in a very standardized way. If the setup is just done once, you can utilize it across your studies. So the team can use that data to derive real-time insights and make critical decisions based on real data and real-time data, I would say. Plus, the standardized configurations means the sponsor-specific processes are reusable across the studies. It just reduces the setup time overall. With that said, I would like to briefly touch upon the Signant platform's core RTSM, fundamental capabilities. To start with, we have study design adaptability. So our platform is built for scale and protocol amendments. So right from a simple 2-group studies to massive 50,000 plus patient trials, we support it, and the system fits your study plan. And if there is a protocol amendment, we enable rapid implementation as well. And supply chain excellence is built in, getting drugs to where they need to go, including direct-to-patient delivery, a capability we are pioneering in the industry. Our APIs enable drug pooling and consolidation using a free picking model. So there is always a full traceability and accountability, even for recalls or destruction. And our platform also supports advanced randomization. It depends on your study needs, whether you need a traditional randomization, adaptive randomization, where you're adjusting treatment arms in the middle of the study, or even dynamic randomization with other factors. We handle it all. So let's talk about what this means to your operations. When organizations shift from study-specific thinking to protocol or sorry portfolio-centric operations, the real transformation starts to happen, and you would see sites experience like reduced complexity with just one login, unified consistent user experience. What that also means is very less trainings because they are already used to a way of using the system, logging into the system, and it just results in increased productivity. They can recruit faster, they can retain patients better, and the manufacturing and storage costs overall reduce through the consolidated supply as well. So let's say we have a sponsor running 3 oncology studies at same sites. After leveraging our drug pooling capability, they shared inventory across protocols. And the goal is to just reduce the drug wastage and the cost involved as well. And for cell/gene therapies, I mean, this is a game changer, I would say. And through this, study teams definitely undergo biggest transformations. Instead of chasing trainings or investigating login issues, their focus will be, on, clinical operations, like, analyzing real-time data, making proactive decisions with the data. So the focus will shift and you would see the transformation. And overall, your organization can operate as a unified research enterprise. And each study benefits from the infrastructure that's already in place. This scales your operations as well overall. And yeah, so if your goal is operational scale at excellence, we at Signant are ready to partner on this transformation journey. We'd be happy to work together to optimize your portfolio. And the efficiencies that we create compound across each study. So each new trial becomes faster and more cost effective than the previous one. So the goal is to reduce the time to market, but also maintain highest quality standards as possible. And some of our sponsors are already seeing this transformation happening. So please reach out to us if you want to understand more. And that's all I had for today. And thank you so much for staying with me through this final presentation. And over to you, Perry.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Great presentation. I'm ready to scale to a portfolio level approach. What are some of the practical considerations I need to keep top of mind when I do that?
Sure. I would say it has multiple dimensions. First, centralization of ownership of process and standards. Second, comprehensive trainings, as teams must shift from study-specific thinking to enterprise-wide operations. And third, prioritized API-based integrations with EDC and CTMS and other systems to just create real-time data rather than batch-based transfers per protocol. And finally, like update the SOPs, etc., to explicitly support cross-study resource sharing. So I would expect 6 to 12 month transition period before we fully see the benefits.
Can you say that again at the end? It was 6 to 12 months transition?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can't give up ownership responsibilities. I like your first one. This question about the unified identity management work. So I'm a site user. I've got access to multiple Signant solutions across a bunch of different studies. How does that work?
Sure. So first, the site user can have a single URL as a point of entry to access Signant products. So no more multiple bookmarks, to navigate through different products. Second, users will have single login credentials to access all Signant Health solutions. And if there is an integration, with the corresponding identity providers. Like, site users can just use their company credentials to log into our system, and same for sponsors as well. But still, the system maintains role-based permissions at the study level, and that still remains. So, for example, we have, like, let's say Sarah, who's like a site coordinator in study A, and then a pharmacist in study B. She just sees all her studies in one dashboard, and she can just navigate seamlessly between the solutions without having to log in again. So that's the goal.
Amazing. It sounds like such a giant step forward. Really, really interesting stuff. Thank you, Lakshmi. Lakshmi Ganesan, she is from Signant Health. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you, Perry.